90 days stands between your current reality and a completely transformed existence. Within these 12 weeks lies the power to reconstruct your consciousness, rebuild your circumstances, and revolutionize your entire life experience. Most people spend decades hoping for change while remaining trapped in patterns that guarantee the same results year after year. But divine intelligence has revealed a sacred timeline that, when honored with unwavering commitment, creates permanent transformation that reshapes every aspect of your being. You are about to discover the spiritual practice that has awakened saints, transformed ordinary souls into extraordinary beings, and created miraculous demonstrations of divine power throughout human history. This commitment requires neither special talents nor perfect circumstances, only the willingness to align your daily actions with eternal principles for precisely 90 days. Your consciousness requires a specific period of consistent spiritual practice to transform from limitation into limitless expression. 90 days represents the divine timeline for complete cellular renewal, habit reformation, and consciousness transformation that creates permanent change rather than temporary improvement. The commitment that changes everything forever is the daily practice of perfect gratitude, not casual appreciation when things go well, but profound thanksgiving for divine blessing that operates continuously regardless of external appearances. This gratitude becomes your spiritual tuning fork, aligning every cell in your body, every thought in your mind, and every word from your lips with the frequency of abundance rather than lack. Scripture reveals this transformative power when it declares, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God concerning you." Divine intelligence commands gratitude because thanksgiving creates the consciousness that attracts divine demonstration. When you commit to finding reasons for gratitude in every moment for 90 consecutive days, you literally rewire your nervous system to perceive blessing where others see burden. Perfect gratitude unlocks every door leading to your highest good. Divine intelligence uses your consistent gratitude to open pathways that remain sealed to complaining consciousness. Every expression of thanks becomes a golden key that unlocks another chamber of infinite supply. This gratitude must be practiced with scientific precision rather than emotional whim. You must practice gratitude at specific times with specific focus to create the spiritual chemistry that produces miraculous results. Morning gratitude establishes divine appreciation before encountering any circumstances that might tempt you toward complaint or criticism. You tune your consciousness through thanksgiving before life presents its daily symphony of experiences. Evening gratitude extracts divine wisdom from every experience by finding the blessing hidden within apparent challenges and recognizing the divine hand guiding every detail of your day. You mine each experience for the divine treasure it contains. Hourly gratitude maintains your spiritual frequency by repeatedly returning your consciousness to appreciation whenever external circumstances attempt to pull you into lower vibrations. Your regular expressions of thanks send signals to the universe that guide divine supply safely into your experience. The biblical account of Job illustrates this principle powerfully. Despite losing everything he valued, wealth, family, health, Job maintained his practice of blessing divine intelligence rather than cursing his circumstances. His statement, "The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord," demonstrated perfect gratitude that recognized divine sovereignty even in apparent loss. Job's unwavering gratitude during extreme testing created the consciousness that attracted restoration beyond his original abundance. His practice proved that thanksgiving during difficulty creates the spiritual foundation for miraculous comeback rather than permanent defeat. Stand in this transformative truth and declare with absolute conviction, "I give thanks for divine perfection expressing through every moment of my experience, and my gratitude creates magnetic attraction for limitless blessings." Perfect gratitude transforms your relationship with challenge by revealing the divine purpose hidden within every difficulty. Grateful consciousness recognizes the precious gift concealed within every unwrapped experience life presents. When you commit to finding divine blessing within apparent problems for 90 days, you develop supernatural vision that perceives opportunities where others see only obstacles. Your consciousness expands to recognize divine solutions that remain hidden from ungrateful awareness. This practice requires treating every person who enters your experience as a messenger carrying divine communication, specifically designed for your spiritual advancement. You learn to receive divine instruction through every human encounter, regardless of their apparent attitude toward you. Difficult people become your most valuable spiritual trainers because they provide resistance that develops your gratitude muscles beyond what easy circumstances could accomplish. Your character develops supernatural strength through maintaining gratitude toward challenging individuals. Maya Angelou exemplified this principle throughout her extraordinary life journey. Despite experiencing severe childhood trauma, poverty, and discrimination, she maintained a practice of finding divine beauty and blessing within every experience. Her autobiographical works reveal how consistent gratitude transformed even her most painful memories into sources of wisdom that served millions of people. Her daily practice of thanksgiving for the gift of each day created the consciousness that attracted literary success, speaking opportunities, and influence that touched hearts across the globe. Her gratitude transformed personal pain into universal healing that continues blessing humanity long after her physical departure. This is where I invite you to begin your transformation immediately. In the comments below, write these words: I commit to perfect gratitude for 90 days. When you make this public declaration, you create accountability that strengthens your commitment while inspiring others to join this life-changing practice. Your written word becomes a sacred contract with divine intelligence that activates supernatural support for your 90-day journey. 90 days of perfect gratitude creates permanent neurological changes that establish appreciation as your default emotional state rather than temporary positive mood. The river carves its channel deeper through consistent flow over time. Your daily gratitude practice carves neural pathways that automatically direct your thoughts toward blessing rather than burden. Scientific research confirms that consistent gratitude practice for 90 days creates measurable changes in brain structure that increase happiness, improve health, strengthen relationships, and attract success. But spiritual law reveals that these benefits represent only the beginning of what divine intelligence accomplishes through perfected thanksgiving. Perfect gratitude activates the law of circulation that keeps divine supply flowing continuously through your experience, rather than creating stagnant pools of blessing that eventually become stale. The gardener understands that water must flow through plants rather than collect around roots. You learn to let blessings flow through your life to others rather than hoarding them for yourself. This circulation principle means giving thanks for blessings before they appear, while they manifest, and after they multiply, creating an endless cycle of appreciation that generates continuous divine demonstration. Your gratitude becomes a powerful pump that keeps the pipeline of divine supply flowing at maximum capacity. The practice also transforms your prayer life from desperate begging into confident claiming, because grateful consciousness knows that divine intelligence has already prepared everything needed for your complete fulfillment. The beloved child expresses appreciation for gifts they know loving parents have already purchased for their birthday. You give thanks for divine provisions that infinite love has already arranged for your experience. Leonardo da Vinci embodied this principle of grateful consciousness throughout his Renaissance career. Despite facing numerous obstacles, rejections, and unfinished projects, he maintained detailed journals filled with appreciation for divine intelligence, expressing through his artistic and scientific discoveries. His practice of gratitude for the divine genius that flows through mortal hands created the consciousness that received inspiration for masterpieces that continue inspiring humanity 5 centuries later. His grateful partnership with divine creativity produced innovations in art, engineering, anatomy, and invention that seemed impossible for any single human mind to conceive. His practice proved that thanksgiving creates clear channels through which infinite intelligence can express supernatural solutions and extraordinary beauty. Declare with grateful recognition, divine intelligence flows through my grateful heart, and my appreciation creates perfect channels for miraculous expression in every area of my life. Perfect gratitude during the middle weeks of your 90-day commitment will be tested by circumstances that seem designed to break your practice rather than support it. The master craftsman tests the strength of his creation under extreme pressure. Divine intelligence will present situations that challenge your commitment to thanksgiving rather than complaint. These testing periods represent graduation opportunities rather than punishment experiences. Each moment you choose gratitude over grievance, appreciation over aggravation, and blessing over burden, you strengthen your spiritual muscles beyond what comfortable circumstances could accomplish. The period between day 30 and day 60 often presents the greatest challenges because the initial enthusiasm has faded while the permanent transformation has not yet solidified. The runner hits the wall during a marathon. You may experience spiritual fatigue that tempts you to abandon your practice just before the breakthrough. During these crucial weeks, remember that every great spiritual master passed through similar periods of testing before achieving permanent transformation. Your commitment to gratitude during difficult moments creates the spiritual steel that cannot be bent by any future circumstance. The biblical account of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego demonstrates this principle magnificently. When commanded to worship the golden image or face the fiery furnace, they maintained their practice of blessing divine intelligence rather than compromising their spiritual commitment. Their statement, "Our God whom we serve is able to deliver us, but if not, we will not serve thy gods," revealed perfect gratitude that remained constant regardless of outcomes. Their unwavering appreciation during extreme testing created the consciousness that attracted divine protection so complete that not even the smell of fire touched their garments. Their practice proved that thanksgiving during trials creates demonstrations of divine power that astonish even non-believers. The final 30 days of your commitment will bring acceleration in manifestation as your transformed consciousness begins attracting experiences that match your elevated gratitude frequency. The rocket requires tremendous energy to escape Earth's gravity, but then travels effortlessly through space. Your daily practice will require great effort initially, but then produce results with supernatural ease. During this final phase, your grateful consciousness will begin recognizing divine synchronicities that were always present but remained invisible to ungrateful awareness. You will start noticing perfect timing in meetings, ideal opportunities appearing precisely when needed, and solutions manifesting before problems fully develop. Your transformed consciousness will also begin affecting every person in your environment, as your gratitude creates a magnetic field of appreciation that elevates everyone you encounter. The tuning fork causes other instruments to vibrate at its frequency. Your perfect gratitude will activate grateful responses in others even when they resist appreciating their own blessings. Thomas Edison maintained a daily practice of gratitude for the privilege of participating in divine creativity through experimentation. Despite experiencing thousands of failed experiments, public ridicule, and financial setbacks, his laboratory journals reveal consistent appreciation for each failure as divine guidance toward eventual success. His grateful persistence through apparent defeat created the consciousness that received inspiration for inventions that revolutionized human civilization. His practice proved that appreciation during apparent failure creates the foundation for achievements that seem impossible to ordinary consciousness. After 90 days of perfect gratitude, you will discover that appreciation has become your natural response to every experience, rather than forced positive thinking during difficult moments. Thanksgiving will flow from your consciousness as naturally as water flows downhill. Your transformed awareness will recognize divine blessing operating through situations that previously triggered complaint, criticism, or despair. You will find yourself spontaneously appreciating challenges as opportunities, obstacles as guidance, and setbacks as divine redirection toward better outcomes. This permanent transformation creates magnetic attraction for experiences that validate your grateful consciousness while releasing circumstances that no longer match your elevated frequency. Your consciousness will attract clear manifestations of divine blessing while repelling chaotic experiences. The 90-day commitment creates momentum that continues building throughout your lifetime, Because perfect gratitude generates more reasons for appreciation, which generates more perfect gratitude in an endless cycle of expanding divine demonstration. Your practice becomes a spiritual snowball that grows larger and more powerful as it rolls down the mountain of divine supply. But divine truth reveals that transformation begins the moment you make the commitment, rather than waiting until day 90 for results. Each day of faithful practice creates cumulative changes that build upon previous improvements while preparing consciousness for even greater demonstrations. Your daily gratitude becomes deposits in a spiritual bank account that pays compound interest on every expression of appreciation. The interest accumulates daily, while the principle grows through consistent practice until your spiritual wealth reaches levels that create financial, relational, and creative abundance beyond your current imagination. The commitment to perfect gratitude for 90 days will transform you from someone who occasionally appreciates obvious blessings into someone who consistently recognizes divine perfection operating through every detail of existence. You will become a living demonstration of the truth that grateful consciousness creates grateful circumstances, while ungrateful awareness perpetuates reasons for complaint. Your example will inspire others to begin their own transformation journey, because your radiant appreciation will make divine principles visible through your lived experience. You will become the lighthouse whose grateful beam guides others safely through the storms of life toward their own consciousness transformation. Begin today. Commit completely. Practice consistently. Trust the process. Your 90-day journey toward permanent gratitude consciousness starts with your very next thought and transforms with your very next expression of appreciation. The universe awaits your commitment. Divine intelligence stands ready to support your practice. Infinite supply prepares to flow through your grateful consciousness. 90 days of perfect gratitude will change everything forever because you will have changed everything within yourself that creates everything in your experience. Your transformation begins now.